So a 2 cents video where I'm not talking about someone else's club, my club, for once. But yeah, as the title says, Inzaghi gone, replacing him with Chivu. For anyone, I'm not going to say about the UCL final. We all know PSG won. I'm going to say the score line. But I'm going to say is Inzaghi gone. He lived under a rock. And he's off to Al Hilal to after the UCL final. Apparently, he's been negotiating before one. Okay. He's terrible move by Inzaghi. Terrible. If I can say about Inzaghi's legacy, on one hand, I think he should have been back. I mean, for an entire tenure, he's been working with budget less than shoestring, paperclip perhaps. By this season, when he can probably spend. I like seeing what he can do. He's been working wonders with some players, like Acerbi, Darmian, Mkhitaryan, like Celeste and China 6. Even though he looks like world class Regista with him. But at the same time, he did go 1-4 for the Scudettis. I mean, against Pioli's Milan, which poop, by the way. He gave Pioli his first and only trophy as as a manager in his career. Yep, Pioli. With the likes of Junior Messias and Calabria. Also, Milan's death. Does anyone remember any of the players? And also, I know that Spalletti's Napoli's class, but Conte's Napoli. Politano, Di Lorenzo, Mario Rui, Juan Jesus, 2 Scudettis, and also Cavaro, who left halfway. I know it's Conte, and he knows the league very well. But how do you play hot potato with that? Hot potato. Or Scudetti, like, okay, you give it Scudetti to Napoli. Scudetti for Napoli. Okay, then. You gave it like that. Well, overall, I think, personally, I would probably give him an extra year and see what we can do with an actual budget. But at their UCL final, I would just sack him instantly. Because you lose the UCL final like that, I don't think he's the guy to motivate the players. I mean, lose the final like that. Like, okay, you're going to have the biggest fitness issue with the Club World Cup. Because some players clearly look burned out. In fact, probably keep rotating. Also, trust the youth, which I'm guessing that it goes against Oak Tree's project. If I know Oak Tree, they don't want to sign any player under 30. They only want to sign players under 30. So I guess that's against Inzaghi's philosophy. I don't know, wait to see who Al Hilal wants to sign. Because there's gotta be something about Inzaghi wanting to work with players prefer to work with older players, of course. And not trusting the youth. So he pretty much turned into a youth project. I know that for next part is Chivu. I know for Chivu, he can probably motivate players. He's shown that he's a leader, also a club legend. He seems to be flexible in formations. I think for Parma, he used to start with a 4-3-3, then switch to a 3-5-2. So I guess seems that in a few seasons, we'll probably just go to a 4-3-3. For his CV, he mainly coached the Primavera sides of Inter before going to Parma. 13 games at Parma. So that's his CV right there. 3 wins, 7 draws, 3 losses. He did got Parma out of relegation. I've been reading a lot of the links, and apparently he's going to retain Inzaghi's tactics. Okay. And may try the Primavera players. Maybe like the Topalovic, Del Pieri, Esposito brothers, maybe. But at the same time, the worst case scenario, he gives Ollie vibes. I know that they're club legend, excite stuff, bring all the vibes and stuff, mentality. But for every Pep and Zidane who managed like Real Madrid and Barca, there's Zayn for Dortmund, Pirlo for Juve, Lampard for Chelsea, Ollie for United. I guess to a lesser extent Arteta Arsenal. There's a lesser extent for a reason. It's really yellow for Arteta. Because the track record for bringing a club legend in is, I have no words. Falling is setting left Dortmund, I think 10th. Pirlo either end the Scudetto run or set up to fail. All like counterattack football, no game plan. Arteta, 700 million, 5 years. Chivu, let's hope he goes to Pep Zidane route. Would I expect him to win the Scudetto? Probably not. Because there are so many holes in the squad. I can move on to the management also. Because I think the Chivu hire, they didn't come prepared when Inzaghi left. I think first link to Fabregas, link to Chivu, Vieira. I'm surprised no Mourinho or Mata. Apparently Mourinho's too expensive, but at the same time, we're linked to Hoyland. All people. So pretty much our 3 biggest candidates are Fabregas, Chivu, and Vieira. Of course, all the choices they're all high risk appointments. Because Vieira is a hard no. Chivu's very high risk. Fabregas high risks, but not as high as the other two for me. Because Fabregas can explain his philosophy very well. And he managed to play under like the Pep, Mourinho, Wenger. But yeah, it'll explain how management missed out on Tesk or other managers. I mean, Allegri's gone to Inter, actually no, gone to Milan. But anything could be a surprise for Chivu. If he wins the Scudetto, I'm going to have who actually wants to retry Chivu's helmet? But transfer market. And it was all part of the management too. Because for once, they're just moving not quick enough. And looking at who we're linked to, I would not want some of the players. But yeah, management, they really need to step up. Because at some point, all the free players, they're going to be unsustainable. I know for Inzaghi working miracles with some players. But Chivu, please back him. Please actually back him. Back the manager for once. Alright, I'm gonna set in the video here. Like, subscribe, usual YouTube stuff. Bye everyone, see you soon.